We are in a crowded marketplace. There are many people doing similar things. How can you stand out from the crowd? When you connect all of these dots, these 9 elements, you will stand out from the crowd. You'll be able to attract more customers. You'll be able to do more in less with less. How to figure out your USP. Now, before I get into the how part, why do you want to figure out your USP? Let's talk about that. Number one is yes, we are in a crowded marketplace. There are many people doing similar things. How can you stand out from the crowd? How can you really deliver an impact that other people are able to see? How can you cut through the noise that is there in the online space and, of course, even in the offline space? So, that is the reason why you need to figure out a USP or your unique selling point. Or in this particular podcast, I want to reframe it as unique selling process. P stands for process because there's a process behind it, and I'm going to be decoding this in this particular podcast. So, if I have to simplify it, what is a unique selling proposition? Okay, or a unique selling point is number one is, are you really good at something? Two is, does the world really need it? Three is, do you really love it? And number four is, can you get paid for it? Now, this goes back to the concept called ikigai. It's a Japanese principle on being aligned. Now, when all these four come together, that means you're good at something, the world needs it, you love it, and you can get paid for it. You become unique in this world, meaning that's your unique selling proposition that can help you differentiate yourself from other people. Okay, so this is the fundamental principle. So the ikigai concept is the foundation to a USP. Okay, but what I want to do now is I want to go deeper into this, and I'll break it down further into the three words: unique, selling, and process. Okay, and under each, I'll expand and tell you how you can bring out your USP by the end of this particular podcast. Let's look at the word unique. Now, what do you mean by unique? Unique is, uh, how are you standing out from the crowd? How are you being different? So I have three things to share with you when it comes to unique. Number one is, do you have a unique niche? If there are hundreds of people doing the same things, are you able to stand out from them? And I'll give you a classic example. uh, Niche, let's say if you're a business expert, you can say, I'm a business expert and I can help businesses grow. Or you can say, I'm a sales expert and I can help businesses increase their sales. Now, that is slightly more unique than just being a generalist business expert. Or you can say, I am a video sales specialist and I help businesses increase their sales using the power of videos. Now, that's much more narrower, or what I call as a micro niche. So, a video sales specialist is more attractive than a sales specialist. And a sales specialist is more attractive than just a business coach. Are all of you able to get this? So, unique positioning has a lot to do with narrowing down your positioning. The narrower you go, the more attractive you will get. Just like a general practitioner of medicine, he makes X amount of money, but a neurosurgeon makes more money because he's a specialist. Okay. So, the first component of unique is micro niche, unique niche. The other part of unique is style, unique style. When I say style, it is not about just what you wear, but your overall brand persona. If you look at some of the biggest influencers online today, or the biggest coaches and trainers in the industry today, they have their own unique style of presentation. They have their own unique branding, their logo, the fonts, the colors they use, the kind of setup that they have. It's like a flavor. Wherever people go, whether they try to discover this person on Twitter or YouTube or Instagram or any other place, they're able to maintain a brand flavor, brand consistency, and they have their own unique style. Okay, for example, in my case, I love to wear Nike shirts. That's my style. I don't wear a suit all the time. I don't wear a suit at all unless I'm in a live event. Even there in a live event, I just wear t-shirts and just a blazer. That's it. So it's a more casual tone that I want to represent myself, because that's my flavor, that is my style. So each one of you would have your own unique style. So that is the second part of unique. The third part of unique is unique delivery style, delivery of information. If you go and see on my YouTube channel, I've got like a lot of videos where I do mind maps. So the whole concept of mind map based training, I can confidently say that I'm one of the first people in India to do this, and you have a lot of trainers are using mind maps now to share complex information in a simplified way using mind maps and nodes and multiple things. Now, that is one of my styles of teaching. Now, others who prefer doing PPTs, some people prefer using the whiteboard, some people prefer writing on an LED screen, with a marker and stuff like that. There are so many different ways that you can deliver your information. So your delivery style also has a big role to play. Now, even if you look at YouTube channels that are doing very well, the channels that are doing extremely well, the presenters have their own unique style of delivery. Some of them are most slow paced delivery style, some of them are like super fast delivery style, some of them they use a lot more like infographics. If you look at somebody like a Gary V, his is more like a vlog style. He's just walking around speaking, using cuss words, and that's his style. Okay, it really matches his persona and personality. So when it comes to the word unique, unique niche, unique style, unique delivery style. Now let's come to selling. USP, right? Unique selling process. That's this podcast. So when it comes to selling, I want to break it down again into three parts. We are always selling. You don't have to sell a product, but we're always selling to each other, right? A child is selling to his father or mother what the child wants to buy. A parent is selling ideas to the child on how they want their child to be. A husband is selling to the spouse on ideas. A spouse is selling to her husband. An employee is selling to his boss. Boss is selling to his super boss. An entrepreneur is selling to his clients. Clients are selling to themselves, whether they are making the rational decision or not. Okay. So selling and buying is happening every single day. It does not have to be a product. They're selling ideas, they're selling thoughts, they're selling concepts. So if you want to stand out from the crowd, you have to use and tap into emotions, because people buy with emotions. Buying is an emotional decision. Since you're talking about selling here, I'm telling you that buying is an emotional decision. We only rationalize it after we have bought something. Just think about it. Before you went on Amazon and thought of buying your favorite camera or some gadget, you were already emotionally inclined towards it. You went, you did your research, you started to drool on the screen. Yes, I want this. There was an emotion that was triggered. You went and bought, and after you bought, then you rationalize it and starting to give logic. Yes, I can use it for this, I can use it for that. So when it comes to selling, use emotions. If you can use emotions in your videos, in your content, in multiple things, that will attract people to you. Two is people buy results. People want a solution to their problem. So when you're creating content and different kinds of posts, if you want to have and stand out from the crowd, sell the result to the problem that people are searching for, or sell the result to the problem that people are facing for which they're looking for a solution. And number three, facts tell, but stories sell. Use stories. The more stories you use, the more you can get connected to that person. Let's take, for example, Gaur Gopal Das. You go and look at any one of his YouTube videos, any one of his Instagram reels, anything else that's gone viral. His unique selling proposition or his unique selling process is to use stories to share powerful principles embedded in those stories. Because as humans, we get caught into stories right from our childhood. We like bedtime stories. We want to know what's going to happen next. So, when it comes to selling, emotions, selling results, problem solving, and selling through stories. And now let's come to the third part, which is process. Unique selling process. What is process? There has to be a process. You have to have an attraction process. How do you attract people? Now, what can be the process? Meaning planning out your content types, creating a content calendar, a schedule, understanding who's your target market, understanding the customer avatar, what are their pain points, and then based on that, planning the entire thing. So it's more like the strategy part. How do you attract the right kind of people? The second process is the conversion process. Once you attract them, how do you convert them into a sale? If you attend all of our Success Gyan trainings, we invite you to a masterclass. In the masterclass, we educate you, we engage with you, we set the expectations, and then we take you to the next level. So there is a conversion process. And the third part is the service delivery. You got to really deliver the goods on whatever you have sold. So even that, there has to be a process. Like when people, they buy my product, they come into my community, there's a orientation process, there's a hackathon process, there is a different milestones that they need to go through to achieve their results. And for that, we have facilitators, we have meetups, we have so many different service delivery components that makes the customer experience really good. So this is what it takes. How do you figure out your USP? Is go deep into each of these three words: unique, selling, process. Under unique, your niche, your style, your delivery style. Under selling, are you selling emotions? Are you selling results? Are you selling through stories? Process, are you, what attraction process do you have? What conversion process do you have? And what service delivery process you have? When you connect all of these dots, these 9 elements, you will stand out from the crowd. You'll be able to attract more customers. You'll be able to do more in less with less, and you'll be able to make an impact in the marketplace. And everything boils down to the foundation that I shared in the beginning: ikigai. Are you good at it? What are you doing? Does the world need it? Do you love it? Because if you don't love it, you'll get bored. Can you get paid for it? When these four come together, you're on the right track, you're on the fast track. All the best. Catch you in the next episode.